27 July morning. Um, Still doing yoga. It feels good. God, I really, that is actually the perfect thing what I'm doing right now. I just added another pose in. So I think it was like 8 poses altogether, 7 or 8 that we did whenever Vicky was here. I'm now up to 4 or 5. So I want to get to where I'm comfortable doing all of those 8, every morning, every evening. And then, I'm going to schedule her back over here to go a little more in depth. I just want to be able to make sure I got these down and I'm, sort of get my breathing regulated, form, stuff like that. Before she comes back. So that way, not so much time is spent, focusing on things that I can practice myself. I'm feeling good. Yesterday, so I'm feeling good. I just got this weird feeling in my head. And I don't know if it's a dopamine problem. It's possible, all these things coming at the same time. I never went through any alcohol withdrawals. I just quit. So, what's happening, I guess, is I'm dealing with things that I've never dealt with before, or I thought I would never have to deal with. So, you go through things in your life and you just sort of act like it's nothing. You put it up on the shelf, or you bury it in the backyard of your mind. But it stays there and it ends up affecting you later. So I'm dealing with all these different things. I quit smoking cigarettes, 7 months ago, 8 months ago. So all of these different things. And it's just processing everything through, making sure that I'm not leaving any stones unturned, making sure that I'm dealing with and putting to rest everything, actually putting it to rest, not leaving anything undone. So I'm going to, what did I end up doing yesterday? Not much. I think I got the van ready to go, loaded up. And then I got the van loaded up. I'm ready to go for today. Paid electric. I don't know. I did a couple other small things, but really not too much. I ate. I wasn't hungry. I was just having, like I said, I think I have a dopamine issue with my dopamine regulation. This goes back to like ADHD, which I've always thought, I had since I was a kid. Not when I was a kid, but now, all growing up, that stuff was always, laughed at and not talked about, or, laughed at and you thought it wasn't real or whatever else. But yeah, I have all the signs, all the symptoms, everything just falls right in order with an ADHD diagnosis. So, not harping on that kind of stuff, just I have to recognize these things and be honest about them with myself in order to heal. Because if I don't recognize them, then I can't heal them. However, that being said, with all these healing modalities and these different healing modalities I'm using, it will heal you from everything, but you have to be aware of what, because you have to face it. So, anyways, it's just about being brutally honest. I have a long way to go in my healing. I can feel it. since this yoga, it's sort of, and everything came at the right time. Like the fog got lifted from the concussion and the healing from the yoga all in that same time period. Now I can see the deeper healing that needs to be done, the deeper toxicity the things, that have just been there forever, just sitting dormant, hiding. So I'm pulling everything out. The yoga's helping. So dopamine, the reason, going back to dopamine issue. So, I all my research, I had just here and there running across this thing where it was that people are talking about, you mean having a problem, especially if you were an addict, with dopamine regulation afterwards, because you got to reset the dopamine or I can't think straight right now. I just want to get out of here. Uh, so you have to reset it because, it got fucked up, over time with habits and trauma, et cetera, not facing things. So, yeah, I think I'm having a problem with dopamine regulation. Um, I mean, I was just craving something like a hit. And then what I realized, so I made dinner last night. I wasn't even fucking hungry. I was just craving, like cravings. Like I wanted something. Like I had to have something, or, like, I mean, I didn't even want to get out of bed. Like, it's bad. It's very bad because without dopamine, you don't want to do anything. Um, you just want to lay there and just not move a muscle. So that's what I'm thinking that this is, this issue that I'm dealing with. Um, and the fact that, I'm pretty much dopamine fasting, but I think that's how you reset it is by doing a dopamine fast. Um, a true dopamine fast, though, would be like me out at the farmhouse for, 5 days with no TV, no phone, no outside communication, no eating. I'll just do a regular fast as well. And nothing to entertain you, nothing to kick off that dopamine signal. Um, so yeah, man, it sucks. So I cooked last night, man. I didn't even eat half my dinner. I put it in the fridge. I mean, I ate very, very little. Not even hungry. Um, and as soon as I was done eating, I put my food in the fridge. I still like I wanted. I was like, fuck, I gotta do something. I gotta put something in my mouth. I gotta do something. So I sat there, man, wrestled with that for like 3 hours. I wrestled with it. I mean, I just tried to get rid of it, tried to get rid of it. It just wouldn't go away. It was just like hanging on me to the point where, it was like causing stress everywhere in my body. So I was like, fuck this. So I ran across the street and grabbed an ice cream and came ice cream cone, came back here. And within 2 bites, I was like, man, I don't even fucking want this goddamn thing. Um, but I finished eating it and I ate it very, very slowly, just to try to please those dopamine, that stress that was on me. Uh, so today I'm getting out. I'm about to leave here within the next hour. I'm gonna get out to the farmhouse. I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm gonna do anything. I don't give a fuck. Um, and just to keep myself busy. Because that dopamine thing is pretty scary, man. I mean, that's not a good feeling. When you're just sitting there, you feel good, you feel healthy, everything's fine, but you just can't move because there's no motivation whatsoever to do anything. Um, so yeah. What else? I did my yoga again this morning. That's really it. That's all I can think of for now.